Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's bright and early, Monday morning. Didn't really sleep well last night. Doesn't matter though. Still got to get up early, get on top of my game, mind, body, and soul every day. No days off. Just because I'm feeling soft doesn't mean that the world is going to go soft on me. You got to rise to the occasion every single fucking day. Can't let that little pussy bitch inside you take over. Let's talk about how to be in the moment and how to accomplish tasks. The number one way to accomplish a task successfully is to be in the moment while you're doing it. Accomplishing a task successfully isn't simply just being done with it, checking it off your list. Because you can accomplish a task in a sloppy, shitty way, check it off your list and say, yeah, it's good enough, and then go on to the next thing. In fact, you can do your whole day that way. I mean, that's bare minimum of survival. Just kind of half-assed going through life. Never really present in any moment. It's important to live in the moment because you want to be able to forego the suffering that we can engage in from thinking about the past and the future. We can flip-flop between depression, which is thinking about the past, and anxiety, which is fretting about the future. Living in the moment dispels all that, gets rid of that. But living in the moment is essential towards having a good future. So then when you look back on your past, you can be proud of your past and the work that you put in, the necessary work that you put in to get where you're at. This is how goal accomplishment works, incrementally, day by day. I talk about putting in work a lot. It's essential to put in work in life. A lot of people want the results, but they don't want to be able to, they don't want to have to get up to do anything. They want a good life. They want happiness, peace of mind, mental health, but they don't want to do anything towards it. Even the conversation of doing stuff towards their health repels them. You get to be my age, I'm 50, I have a lot of friends that want to sit and talk about being at the doctor's office. They'll talk about the doctor all day long. How much the doctor sucks, how much the medical industry sucks, how much it's all a scam. Talk about all their conspiracy theories about science. Go on and on and on about money and about bills and about debt and about all aspects of this experience except for their own personal responsibility of what they have to do in order to be healthy. You talk to them about diet and gym and they get all pissed off. Like you just spit on their mother or something. You're not going to get anything out of life if you don't invest in each daily experience with your full capacity. So when I'm doing any task, I make an intentional, I intentionally try to block out thoughts of other tasks. So I make a list every day. I suggest everybody make a list every day. Don't just do it mentally, write it down. Put it in your phone, however you feel comfortable doing it, technology or old school, but make a list every day of things you have to do. Your program, mind, body, and soul, the chores that you have to do, the work you have to do, even if it's something you do every day, put it on there. Don't just take anything for granted. Schedule your life. And as you're going down your list, I mean, even schedule your fun. I could show you my list right now, and I have on there all the shit I gotta do, which is a long list. And then I even have the fun activities. And I'll put on there, which I have ride my motorcycle, which is very fun for me and kind of a meditative thing. And if I have some time later this afternoon, I'm gonna jump on that bike and go. I can't wait. But I gotta get each thing done first, and I'm not gonna rush through my list and half-ass things just so I can have my pleasure. That's what pussies do. A pussy only wants pleasure. But you got to go through the pain first. You got to put in that work first. Everything I do, I try to give it my all, and that way I can get every single thing done properly. I brush my teeth, and I'm fully in the moment and thinking about brushing my teeth. When I'm brushing my teeth, I'm not sitting here thinking about all the other things that I have to do on my list. I'm not sitting here thinking about conversations and stressing about the day or wondering about my commute, or I'm not thinking about anything like that. I'm thinking about each goddamn tooth, getting these things white. I'm thinking about the fucking dentist and the warnings they gave me with if you don't floss and brush right, you can end up with gum disease and losing all your teeth and all that bullshit on the last dentist visit. And I'm sitting there trying to do it. Look at me, Mr. Dentist. I'm doing it right. I'm doing it right. I'm doing it like you told me. I'm flossing. I'm fucking getting in there and I'm doing it right. Using the water pick. And I'm fully in the moment. That's all I'm thinking about. And I'm doing the best job I can do. And every single time I brush my teeth, I do that. And when I'm in the shower, it's the same goddamn thing. Any kind of mundane thing that you're doing, I turn it into an experience that I'm fully in the moment of. I'm in the shower. This is shower time. This isn't stress about work time or thinking about getting dressed or what I'm going to have for breakfast or the meeting I have later today or, you know, whatever it may be. I'm just thinking about the soap, the sponge, the hot water. I'm just thinking about bathing, cleansing myself, the process of getting clean, of shedding the old layers of skin so new ones can be exposed. I'm simply just thinking about being clean. The shower takes the same amount of time. I'm not in the shower for way longer when I do that. It's the same quick shower and go that I always do. But when I'm there, instead of just sitting there thinking about stressful shit, which I've done many times, you get out of the shower and it's like you don't even remember it. You do your commute to work, you don't even remember it. You can wash dishes and not even remember it. You can watch a TV show and not even remember it. It's because your mind is elsewhere and you don't get anything out of those experiences. And then you can look back on an hour, on a whole day, on a morning, and be like, God, I kind of went through the motions. I don't even remember half the shit I did. I've just been out of my mind. And you can find out, which I've done many times when I've lived my life this way, that each task that you do is somewhat left undone. You come back into the bedroom after a long day and you realize I didn't fold the clothes. I guess I forgot that. You thought you washed the dishes properly and they're in the dryer and you look at the plate, you're ready to have your fucking meal, you're ready to cook up some dinner and you realize, I gotta wash these dishes all over again. You're working twice as hard. Your life is stressful. You're sitting there thinking, God damn it, nothing ever gets fucking done. I'm always overwhelmed. You're doing it to yourself. And the key is to stay in the moment, accomplish each task as it's supposed to be done. When you're at work, I have brackets that I'm going to make for a guy's bike today. And I already got one made. I made yesterday. I'm going to make the other one today. I'm going to make the fuck out of that bracket. When I'm in that bracket making mode, I'm just thinking about the metal. I'm thinking about drilling, cutting, sanding, making it pretty so the customer will pay the money for it. I'm just in that moment. That's all that's going on. Bombs could be going off. The shit could be happening in my family somewhere. It doesn't matter. I am focused, laser focused on that task to make the best brackets I can do. Every single thing I make and create has my name on it for the rest of eternity, and I want it to be good. I don't want to be distracted and put out sloppy work. I've done that before. Built this guy a chopper. He used to come back and have us do various upgrades to it. One day he wanted me to cut the fenders all up, and which was a little bit annoying because you could have told me that before we painted the fenders. We put this badass ghost flame paint job on this bike, painted the whole gas tank fenders, all that shit, side covers. And then he comes back like 2 months later. He's a military Navy sub-commander, comes back and in town, and he's just like, I want this fender cut. I want you to cut it scalloped in the front. I've seen people do that. It's badass. And I'm just like, well, fuck, man. We just painted it. So I'm cutting this fender up, put it back on his bike. It looks pretty cool. It was a pretty decent idea that he had. And the entire time I remember it, I was distracted because I had some trademarking issues going on with the government. And that can be a very frustrating and expensive and grueling process. Trademarking is a bitch. Intellectual property is a fucking, it's just a hassle to go through. And I gave the customer his bike back, took his money, he drove off, and 10 minutes later he gives me a call and says, I'm stuck by the highway. The fender fucking came off and it jammed up into the front forks. Can you come get me? And I was just like, what? Yeah, of course I'll come get you. And I ride out there, find him on the side of the road, and sure enough, the fender's wedged the fucking bolts. I didn't tighten the bolts down hard enough. Simple, stupid mistake from my own distraction. I felt so sorry. I was just like, man, you know, I'm usually on top of this type of stuff. The fender just wiggled its way off, apparently. Big apology. Luckily, the fender wasn't too damaged. I bolted it right on there, on the side of the road. He rode off. I rode the other way. But it's just a simple thing. It's like you have to be able to do your job right. You have to be able to have pride behind every single thing you do and have an experience with every single thing you do. If you're not in the moment, if you're not paying attention, not only can you do sloppy work and fuck up like I did at work that one time, but you can kind of miss out on the beauty of life. And then you turn around and look at your whole life. Look at a 10-year period and realize, you know, I don't even know what happened the last 10 years. That's happened to me. I look back on a 10-year block of period and I'm just like, geez, I mean, did I really even accomplish anything? Am I a different person? Everything kind of feels the same. Time is just flying by, and I just kind of feel like things are blah, mundane, and it's because you're not paying attention. Pay more attention. Pay attention to every single thing you do in the moment. Stop multitasking. I've stopped that completely, and I tell myself to keep on track. I'm doing this now. I'm not, and when I tell myself that, I'm putting down a wall. I'm not going to let other thoughts in. This is what I'm doing. I'm bathing now. This is all I'm doing. This isn't a time to bathe and think about the vet visit that I got to go to with the dog, or it's not a time to do anything other than that one task. And you get clean and you enjoy you get cleaner than you might normally get, and you enjoy the experience of bathing. What an incredible experience that we take for granted every single day, and it's a beautiful, like almost religious, spiritual experience if you think about it. You can turn anything into that. All of a sudden, you're living this incredibly wonderful, enriching life. People are looking at you just like, God damn, man, how are you doing this? It's just by being in the moment. It's all food for thought. Thanks for watching.